90% of our economic activity is driven by Canadians, not Americans.
Well, if you have Canadian friends and family, get ready to say welcome back. Starting in November, fully vaccinated visitors from Mexico and Canada will be allowed to enter the United States by car or boat. Border states whose economies were severely disrupted without open travel are praising the decision.
The pandemic creating financial burdens for a number of businesses following the ban on tourists. We sent Fox 13's Frankie Thompson up to Tulalip, where they are ready to welcome them back, of course, with open arms. Hi, Frankie.
Hannah, the team here at Tulalip Resort Casino say they're getting lots of calls from charter bus groups making reservations and excited to get people back here again. Lifting the travel ban will mark the reopening of tourism in Washington and certainly boost the economy for companies and towns that depend on Canadian tourists. Washington will soon welcome back vaccinated Canadians driving to the state. The U.S. lifting border restrictions in November can't come sooner. Tulalip Resort Casino says local guests have been its lifeline surviving the COVID-19 pandemic without Canadian tourists.
Those guests from the north, those are the ones that represent even a larger number.
Troy Longwith, Vice President of Hotel Operations, says before the borders closed, they would host about 500 charter buses per year full of Canadian tourists, representing tens of thousands of people gaming and staying overnight.
That's a big chunk of folks that we just haven't seen for almost 20 months. So whenever there's been an inkling of the Canadian border maybe opening, those folks that we talk to almost daily up there are just chomping at the bit.
No community has been impacted quite like Point Roberts, a town of about 1,000 people right on the border. Chamber of Commerce President Brian Calder says he's cautiously optimistic about the reopening.
And I'm just hoping that it isn't another freight train coming down that tunnel where we see the light and it drives over us. I'm hoping it's a light opening up our border.
Calder says the local economy and tourism took a drastic fall. Before the shutdown, he says the town would see 1.5 million visitors per year. Now Point Roberts is lucky to see 100,000 visitors.
90% of our economic activity is driven by Canadians, not Americans. 75% of property in Point Roberts is owned by Canadians.
He says the problem is Canada currently requires its residents to take a COVID test before returning. Port Roberts only has the capacity to test 2 days a week. Calder says the concern is if Canada's testing rule doesn't change, half of the town's day trip tourists won't come. He says the local government is offering to pay for rapid testing capabilities as a solution.
At the border, 5 minutes. That test, and boom, that would work. But leaving it the way it is right now at a cost of $160, plus you lose 2 days waiting for that result so you can get back through, that isn't going to work.
The border reopening is only available to those who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, and proof of vaccination will be checked before entering into the country. Meantime, the Tulalip Resort Casino is getting rooms prepared, restaurants prepared, just ready for the influx of people that will be here in November. Reporting live, Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.